Pokimane has called out horrible sexist comments she's received after the Fedmeister debacle. The criminals who held Nicky Tutorials at gunpoint have been revealed. Charli DAmelio has addressed some fake nudes that were shared of her. And of course, it's the return of Comment of the Week. All this plus guest appearances from Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and everybody's favourite Spider-Man villain, the Penguin, on this week's edition of YouTuber News. Hosted by me, Benedict Townsend, and brought to you by PopBuzz, the only website that's cyber, you punk. Our first story. Now, as you know, we've been discussing the ongoing and uneasy back and forth between Pokimane and Fedmeister, and now another YouTuber, Cameron Fitz-McKay, has weighed in on the issue and seemingly made things worse. Now, he allegedly made a joke, which was meant to be seen as a joke, but which people took seriously, and which has upset Pokimane and caused a whole stream of sexist comments. According to Fitz, he was on a Reddit thread, and on that thread they were speculating that he and Pokimane had been in a relationship as a result of the leaked document that had been put out by Fedmeister. Now, he apparently thought this was ridiculous and hilarious, and so he commented as a joke saying, "Ding ding ding, we have a winner." But apparently that joke didn't come across as intended. He explained, quote, "I saw the post, I laughed, and I provided a response that in my mind was obviously a joke. Unfortunately for myself and for everyone else involved, my attempt at comedy didn't seem to register with the members of this subreddit and with the wider community on Twitter." People on Reddit not understanding a joke? History in the making. And somehow this joke led to just a huge number of sexist and just very aggressive comments being hurled at Pokimane. It's sad to say that it doesn't really take much for a woman to just be randomly attacked on the internet. This is yet another example of that. Pokimane herself wrote, quote, "I've received an insane amount of disgusting / sexual comments and speculation because of a joke Fitz made, which he later apologized for. We never dated, but even if we did, no one deserves to be sent this." And I can't actually even read out what these comments were because they were so strong and so aggressive, but please don't do this, you crazy internet people. Who cares who she's dating? Now, the one silver lining is, of course, that there are tons of fans who spoke out to defend her and to support her, which is always nice, but it seems there will always be creeps on the internet. And that's a little spoiler alert for our third story coming up. Our second story, the criminals who held Nicky Tutorials and her fiancé at gunpoint have apparently been arrested. As we reported on this show all the way back in August, Nicky and her fiancé were sadly both robbed at gunpoint. Now, thankfully neither of them were harmed, but there were no leads at the time as to who could have been behind this very horrible crime. But now, in a new YouTube video, Nicky has revealed that the Dutch police, she is of course Dutch herself, reached out to her to tell her that arrests have been made. She said, quote, "This is all we have to say about it. For our privacy, but also for the sake of the case, if you're part of the media and you want our reaction, we're sorry, but this video will have to do. Just know that we are very relieved and we'll just see what happens." Now, obviously she doesn't want to say any more because, like she said, it's her private life, but also because, yes, this is an ongoing legal case. She doesn't want to mess with it or, get in trouble herself for interfering. But either way, if these indeed are the people who committed that crime, and the police seem pretty certain it is, that's good news. It seems that justice could be done. And again, it's just good that no one was harmed in this situation. And hopefully now she can get some closure and put this horrible chapter behind her. Our third story. Charli DAmelio, who is 16 years old, you freaks, has had to address some fake nude images that were apparently created of her and shared online. On her podcast, Two Chicks, which she records with her sister Dixie, Charli said, quote, "So everyone kept talking about, did you see that photo of Charli? Did you see that photo of Charli? And I was like, what are you guys talking about? I was so confused." But then she explained where this image had apparently came from. She said, quote, "Someone took a screenshot of a TikTok of mine from I don't even know how long ago, and I was wearing a swimsuit. And they photoshopped my swimsuit top off and tried to, quote, expose me with it as if the original video is still not posted on my account." So it's so obviously a fake. You can literally see the video they've taken this image from. Now, luckily, she said, quote, "All the people that follow me were like, yeah, that's 110% fake, but people believe it," and added, quote, "Don't believe everything you see on the internet. I was not going to address this because it's stupid, but I felt like it's important to get that out there. So if you see something of me, it was not me." It's so horrible and invasive and harmful and just morally gross, and you should feel bad if you did this, and I hope you do go to prison. And with that, we come to everybody's favorite segment. We've been doing it for, God, how long have we been doing this show? 20 years? And every single week we've been doing this segment, and we've never done any other segments, and I don't know who Dan Howell is. It's time, of course, for Comment of the Week. Now last week, of course, the comment was chosen by our editor, and it was a very unfortunate comment about money. I don't want to get into it now. They have, of course, been completely expunged from the team and deported to an island of spiders. So this week I have chosen the comment myself using just a completely fair algorithm that picks one at random, and it has certain words flagged. So I just want a nice pure comment. So computer, please give me a comment. And we're activating the computer, and there we go. This comment is from Sam, and it says, "The rat needs a raise." How have you got into the system? The rat is paid, okay, in cheese, if you know what I mean. Talking about literal cheese, and he's more than happy about it. Shh. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. He does not really raise. He needs raising on a freaking catapult out of here because I'm so mad at him right now. Thanks, Sam. This has been comment of the week. Don't forget to leave your comments if you're watching on YouTube. We do read all of them and we really enjoy them. They make us laugh, they make us cry, they make us think. And there's a good chance that if your comment is funny or insightful or just kind of interesting, that we will read it on this very show next week or one of the subsequent thousands of episodes that I will record before I eventually crumble to dust. Long-winded way of saying please leave comments. I'm Benedict Townsend, and this is YouTuber News, which airs every week on the YouTuber News YouTube channel and also on Snapchat Discover. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, either by hitting subscribe on YouTube or by swiping up on the last snap of this story. And of course, there'll be a brand new episode of the YouTuber News podcast next week, and there'll probably be a little quick bites episode as well. We're producing a lot more episodes of YouTuber News at the moment, so make sure you scroll back in your Snap feeds or whatever, because there's a good chance you might have missed some fun drama. Have a good week, look after yourselves, and remember to take water breaks every 8 hours while you're playing Cyberpunk, or you'll die. And then that makes it very difficult to play more Cyberpunk. So there's your incentive. Goodbye!